Before revealing this method to you, I want to start this video by giving you some time to try and memorize as many of these words as you can, just to give you an idea of where your memory is at right now. Here are the words: copper, apple, tanning bed, truck, sticky notes, fire, bottle, branch, pillow, cardboard, teaching, card, hospital, desk, and lanyard. Now pause the video and write down how many you remember. Miller, a famous cognitive psychologist, discovered that most humans have a short-term memory capacity of 7 plus or minus 2 items. So if you have a normal memory, you should probably remember about 5 to 9 of these words. Remember how many you got, because in a bit, I'll show you just how powerful the method of loci is. Very few people realize that there is an art behind memorizing, and that memorizing 100 digits of pi, or the order of an entire deck of cards, are not things that only geniuses can do. In fact, the process isn't even that difficult. Memorizing can be broken down into simple, tangible strategies, and in this video, I'll just be focusing on the method of loci, a common tactic used to memorize large quantities of words or objects. First, we need to learn what this method actually is. The origins of the method of loci date all the way back to the ancient Romans and Greeks, and in essence it works by using the layout of some known geographical entity and linking words with specific locations in that place. This geographical entity is also known as a memory palace, a place where you can store different items into your memory, and it is most effective when you remember the location intimately. For example, a common effective memory palace can be your house. Knowing the details of this location is key in designating loci status to different places within this memory palace. Now at this point, I'm hoping that you're wondering what a loci even is. Loci is a plural form of the word locus, which means a particular position, point, or place. So, a geographical entity that you know well is filled with a huge number of loci. Using the example of your house, some loci might be the driveway, the front stairs, the shoe rack, the microwave in the kitchen, the windowsill in the second bedroom to the right of the stairs, the garbage bin behind your desk, and so on. There's a huge number of known locations within your house. Now, when actually trying to memorize a set of items, you have to just walk through your memory palace and associate certain items on your list with certain loci in your memory palace. And essentially by linking the item to a loci, the image becomes fixed in your memory, and retrieval of these items is achieved by just walking through your memory palace and seeing what is in each loci. So basically you just need 2 things to use this method: something to memorize and a place you know very well, for example your house, to serve as your memory palace. Many of you may not be sold on this just yet, and I understand your apprehension, but the best way to show you how this works is through an example. So again, if you recall from the beginning when I showed you 15 words, I'll show you another 15 words in this list, different 15 words, but this time I'll help you memorize the words using the method of loci. First, before showing you the words, I want you to envision your house in vivid detail, starting from the outside and working your way through the rooms and all the hallways, including the garage and the basement. Keep in mind that while I try to guide the process, I don't actually know the layout of your house, so you may have to make some adjustments to the loci I suggest. Alright, now bring yourself back outside to your driveway, and pay attention as I walk you through linking these objects to different loci in your house. I'll put the words up on the screen while I walk you through the process, but focus more on what I'm asking you to envision than the words and pictures on the screen. Here we go. As you walk onto your driveway, imagine a Rubik's Cube sitting where your car usually does. Now as you walk up the stairs to your front door, you look down and see that you've dropped your wallet on the welcome mat. You open the door, enter through the front door, and on your shoe rack, you see rows and rows of cucumbers instead of shoes. You keep walking, and on your living room table, there's a large, ugly tissue box sitting smack dab in the middle. And as you go to grab a tissue, you see that the box is actually filled with only pink highlighters. Turning to your kitchen, filled with soccer balls that you have to wade through, just as if it was a ball pit. As you approach the kitchen, wading through these soccer balls, you see that there's an angry hippo right beside the island. Run upstairs as fast as you can, and as you enter your bedroom, you see a big bag of brownies on the windowsill. And when you go closer, you see that your plant beside the brownies only has one single leaf. On your bed is a huge portrait of the Eiffel Tower, reminding you of the time you visited Paris. As you step back to leave your room, you step on something really squishy and disgusting. You look down and see the sushi. Going back into the hallway, you see Eminem in the next doorway, rapping. And in the background through the window, you notice a rising flood. The waves are rushing towards you, and as the wave hits and breaks the window, you only notice one thing in this wave: a wooden shelf with a snow globe on it. If it helps, go back and re-listen to the steps of assigning items to different loci in your house. Afterwards, pause the video and see how many you can remember. A good place to start is just walking through your driveway, just as we started earlier. If you followed the steps carefully, I can almost guarantee you that the number of words you remember was more than before. Even further, you'll probably remember all these words in order, and you will remember these words for a longer time, since you can just go back through your memory palace, and as you keep going through it, the images will continue to solidify themselves. Here's an interesting way you could test this. If I ask you to recall as many words as you can from the first list, how many could you tell me? I'm guessing you couldn't remember very many, but let me know down below in the comments. And now set a reminder for 1 hour from now to go through your memory palace again and see if you can still remember some words from the second list. Again, you'll probably forget some, but I can almost guarantee that you'll remember more from the second list after an hour than how many you remembered from the first list, and the first list was only a few minutes ago. I'd like to say that I got my inspiration for this video from a book written by Joshua Foer, a reporter who became an American National Memory Champion in only a year of practice using this concept. The book is called Moonwalking with Einstein, and I highly recommend checking it out if you are interested. This video was just a quick synopsis of the method of loci, and there's obviously a detailed and elaborate neurological basis behind why it is so effective. Hit the like button to let me know if you enjoyed it, and if you can spare a moment to comment, letting me know what you liked from the video, or what you would like me to change, I would really appreciate it. Click on subscribe and the bell thing to stay up to date with more new content such as this.